Hey tubers, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever felt like you were being verbally attacked or you felt like you had to defend yourself for transitioning your hair to natural? Were you ever in the predicament where you were told that because of you people and because of the bandwagoners that I no longer have people coming to my salon or buying from my beauty supply store? Well, stay tuned. I gotta share my personal experience with y'all. It's a mess. During my time when I was transitioning, and the reason why I figured I'd talk about it today is because I have seen it's been going on for quite some time. I've seen other people experience the same thing. I've seen a couple of other videos around floating around with similar topics or experiences, and I just wanted to share my personal experience that I've encountered. Um, when I started my transition to natural, I went to a beauty salon to get my hair done. And while it was on a Saturday like today, it was about 2 o'clock. So this is like prime time for a beauty shop, a salon, hair salon. It's supposed to be prime time where tons of customers, nail techs, all kind of stuff is going on. When I walked in the salon, there was no one there. There was about 4 or 5 stylists in the shop. There was no clients. The nail tech was not there. It was just empty. The music was playing, the TV was on. I wasn't sure because it was kind of weird. It wasn't during the week. It was on a Saturday. Like, why was the salon empty? But hey, it was none of my business, says Kermit. Oh my God, I had to say that. So anyway, I proceeded to the stylist that I had made my appointment with, and she started doing my hair. And I don't remember exactly how the discussion came up in regards to natural hair. But we started talking about natural hair, and me transitioning and just the whole experience, what I was experiencing during that time, doing my own hair at home, which I hadn't done in how many years, just basic stuff we started talking about. One of the stylists, she asked me, she said, so you're one of those that watch YouTube? So I said, I don't know about one of those, but I do watch YouTube. Yeah, I watch YouTube. So she said, what have you learned on YouTube? I said, there's tons of stuff on YouTube. I kind of figured I know what street she was going down, but I just wanted her to just say what you got to say. Don't try to beat around the bush. I'm not 2 years old. Just come correct. So she proceeded to say, like, what have I learned? There's many things I can learn on YouTube depending on what I'm going to look for or what I want to learn. So she said to me, you're going natural, right? I said, yeah, I'm transitioning my hair to my natural state. So she said, so YouTube teaching you how to do your own hair? I said, I've learned a lot from YouTube in regards to transitioning my hair, yeah. So she said, well, see, that's the problem. So I'm looking at her like in my mind, like, I just came here to do my hair. Like, I didn't even know that there was a problem. So I said to her, and this is not the stylist that's even doing my hair. This is another stylist. So I said to her, what is the problem? And she said to me, the problem is that everybody is watching YouTube and jumping on the bandwagon to go natural, and because of that, she have lost her clientele. She said to me, look around the shop. It's Saturday and there's nobody here. So I didn't have to look around a second time because when I walked in, I noticed I was the only person there. So I kind of started taking everything in and like reevaluating like where exactly she's coming from. And she said, this is an insult. It's an insult to the professionals that spent years in school learning the trade, learning the craft, spending thousands of dollars, hours away from their family, their children, and putting them so much of themselves into learning this craft. And it's an insult she said, it's an insult for people like you to sit there hours and hours and watch YouTube videos and think that I could learn or grasp what they've learned, hands-on technique on YouTube, that I could learn all that stuff that they've spent years of learning. So I said to her, I said, not to be rude or disrespectful, but this was my personal choice. I said, second of all, you're not my stylist. I said, the stylist that's doing my hair, apparently she doesn't have a problem. And if she does have a problem, she's not voicing it to me today, which is a good thing, because I probably would have got up and left out of her chair. Because I'm patronizing you. I'm not coming in here for a free hairdo. I'm spending my money. So what I do outside of this shop, on my time and in the convenience of my personal home, office, wherever, if I decide to watch YouTube and learn from YouTube, I think it's my personal business. So she went on to say, she asked me, she said, well, do you have a braiding license? Do you have a license to color? Do you have a license to cut people hair? So I said, no, I don't have any of those. And I never told you that I was planning on doing any of those things. So she said, well, when you transition out your hair, who's going to cut your hair? I said, well, when I get to that bridge, I will cross that bridge. And if I do decide to cut my own hair, I don't think I need a license to cut my own hair. So by then I kind of figured exactly where she was going. By this time, she was already agitated. She was irate. She was personally blaming me because her shop was empty 2 p.m. on a Saturday. Like, really? Really? So I said to her, I said, are you experienced in doing natural hair? Are you experienced in working with someone who is transitioning like myself? So she said to me, what's there? No, I said to her, are you experienced in doing natural hair, transitioning hair? Are you experienced in styling natural hair? Her exact word to me was, what's there to style? So I said, well, what do you mean? What's there to style? I said, well, we just don't walk around. We just don't decide not to get a relaxer and just walk around like that. But she said, well, that's what most of y'all hair look like. So I said, okay, well, I was just months into my transition. So I wasn't experienced at all with, seeing a lot of naturals out there, what their hair was looking like, what it wasn't supposed to look like, if there was such a thing. But apparently she felt that way. So she said to me, well, that's what you're going to have to look forward to. So I said, what am I going to look forward to? So she said, well, do you think natural hair is attractive? And I'm like, I can't believe this. I feel like I'm being personally attacked for something that millions of people have decided to do on their own. Like, I feel like I had a poster. I was out there protesting, don't go to her shop today. Stop going to the beauty salon. This is what we gonna do. Everybody that decided to transition to a big shop, whatever, you guys made a personal decision. The only person that I am responsible for is myself and my family, which I have inspired. None of them can say I was forced to big chop, I was forced to transition. It was a personal decision. So anyway, I could see where this was going. And I said to her, I said, you know what? I'm not having this conversation anymore because I already know where this is going. This is not what I came here for. But if you feel this way, then I would suggest that why don't you go back to school and educate yourself? I'm sure there's classes that they have or something that can teach you to do natural hair or, and then she said it again. What's there to style? What's there to learn? So I said to her, okay, well, if you think that there's nothing to style about natural hair, there's nothing to learn, then why are you aggravated? Why are you upset? Why are you insulted? Because we are watching YouTube and we are learning from YouTube. If you think it's just whatever, then it shouldn't upset you today that you don't have any clients. It's not my fault that your salon is empty, boo-boo. It's not my fault. You need to check yourself. You need to check your experience. Maybe you need to go. Maybe you need to watch YouTube. And at this point, I said, you know what? Let me just woosah, because I already know where this was coming from. The conversation ended. The salon was very quiet. But I honestly, I felt felt away, man. Like, how dare you attack me? How dare you come at me like this? And you're talking about professionalism. Her attitude was very, very unprofessional. The next thing that I experienced was during my transition, my daughter and I, we had a beauty supply store that we go to on a regular. That the man, the Chinese guy, he knew us like by our faces. So whenever we walked in, he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like every week. And this is, in the beginning when you're excited about your hair journey, you just spend hours and hours. Well, my daughter and I, we did. We spent hours and hours just going to the beauty shop, beauty supply store, just looking at different products, reading ingredients. I don't know. It became a part of our routine. I think I had a protective style in my hair. I went to his salon. I went to his beauty shop one day by myself, and I had a protective style in. I had a few stuff, and I brought it to the counter. And he turned around, he looked at me, he gave me that smile like, "Hey, how are you?" Small talk, whatever. So he goes to bring up my first item, and he said to me, "Aren't you a stylist?" So I said, "No." I said, "You don't remember me?" I said, "My daughter and I, we used to come in here every week. But I don't come in here as often, because I have a protective style in my hair. So, I don't use all that stuff anymore, not for right now. I'm transitioning my hair." So he said to me, "Oh, you going natural?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm transitioning my hair to natural." And that Chinese man stopped what he was doing, put my products down on the counter, and he said to me that he have lost a lot of his business. He said he's been in business for over 10 years, and he said this is the worst that he has seen his business. His sales went down, and it's because of people that's going natural. He said he don't make any sales anymore. No one comes in the store anymore. And I'm like, and these incidents are like months apart. But when he said that, I was like, oh my God, here we go again. Like, really, dude? And he kept on going on. So I'm standing there with my credit card in my hand, like I'm just waiting to like swipe it, pay, and get out of there. Or do I not swipe it, pay, and get out of there because he feels like this? So yeah, he was just explaining to me that it's bad for business because no one is coming in anymore. Basically, he was saying that no one's coming in every week to buy a relaxer, or no one is coming in every 2 weeks to get a relaxer. Because if you're telling me that all of a sudden your business, your retail business have declined because of people that are transitioning or going natural, the only reason why your business, or you feel like your business have declined, is because no one is purchasing relaxers anymore. No one is coming in to get the stuff that we usually use every 4 to 6 weeks. Imagine how much money that these retailers were making, these beauty suppliers were making every 4 to 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks, we were going in there, getting a box of relaxer. They were making money. But then I looked around the beauty supply store. I'm like, well, you have other things in here. I mean, you have weave. I mean, it's a beauty supply store. So why do you feel this way? So he was like, yeah, everybody going natural. Everybody going natural. Nobody come buy stuff. Nobody come buy stuff. So I said, well, honestly, I was dumbfounded because I was like, I cannot believe this. This is really, really ridiculous. Anyway, I could have walked out, but I said, you know what? Ain't nobody got time to be trying to find another beauty supply store. This is how the men feel. This is how a lot of people are going to feel. There's no need for me to even try to get into a debate or try to feel like I have to defend myself. Because at that point I realized, and this was only the beginning of my transitional journey, I realized at that point that it's going to be something that's going to be a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. There's going to be people who like what I've done. There's going to be people who don't like what I've done. Everybody's going to have their opinion. And I don't have time to be sitting and debating or trying to defend myself why I did this, why I chose to do this. I have no answers for why you've lost your clientele in your beauty salon. I have no answers why you have lost your customers in your retail store or your beauty supply store. I just know that I've made a personal decision. I don't know if anyone else out there have experienced this. If you have, please share it with me, because I don't want to feel like I'm the only one that have experienced this. There schools or classes or things out there to teach now about natural hair. Because most of these stylists back then, maybe they didn't know how to do natural hair. Maybe they only know how to put a relaxer and maybe to cut or to color. You know, I mean, like she said, what is there to care about natural hair? What is there to style? I mean, it's my natural hair. What do you mean that what's there to care about? I don't just get up and walk around like that with my hair out, and I don't, you know, I don't wash it. I don't do the same thing that you do with the relaxed hair. It's the same thing that you're going to do with my natural hair. The only thing is that it's going to be free from chemicals. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to treat it. I'm going to deep condition. I'm going to style my hair. So what do you mean what's there to style? So in this video, this is my personal view. It's not meant, like I said, to degrade or to talk bad about anyone. This is my personal view, my personal experiences that I wanted to share. I thank you guys again for stopping by my channel. Please give a thumbs up if you like my video, comment, share, and I'll see you guys the next time. Take care. Bye.